What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna showcase Tesla's full self-driving version 12.5.4, and I just got a car wash and it looks like it's gonna rain now, so I did those self car washes. But let's get out of here and kind of, you know, get into full self-driving and see where we're at. So let's go ahead. I put in the address. I am going to Target. It's picking up real quick. I don't know why it's picking up quick, because the speed limit is 35. Now it's gonna go to 45. So I recently got this update, and this update actually has Smart Summit. Otherwise the acronym is like ASS, which is pretty funny, but I did put up a video on that, so definitely be sure to check that out. It works very well. It worked better off screen. There was an instance on screen where it kind of looped around, but you have to make sure your target is literally right on point when you're putting the target on the app, so it can kind of route its direction towards you. But definitely check out that video. Smart Summon is actually really cool. There's Dumb Summon. You can kind of press and hold to have the car go forward or backwards and reverse. But as you can see, this is hands-free. The self-driving right now, right, is hands-free. You have to make sure you have your eyes on the road because it's using the camera inside. There is a sheriff right there. Let's see. I'm going 40 miles, so it shouldn't really technically do anything. As long as you're actually, that's a question to ask. If you got pulled over while I was in full self-driving. Nonetheless, the Tesla Robotaxi event is October 10th. It's coming up real quick, and I think this version of full self-driving, Smart Summon being released, all of these types of software improvements and everything we've experienced is leading up to this event, the Robotaxi event. I don't know if we'll get a dedicated Robotaxi vehicle for this whole thing. It's looking like to be an Uber type of service, but from Tesla. So I don't know if they'll release like a standalone vehicle for this Robotaxi fleet type of thing, or if people opt in and use their own vehicles. That I'm not sure, but nonetheless, that would be pretty, I mean, it all depends. Do you want people just in your car while there's no one else driving, or just do you want random people in your car in general? That's up to you. But I think it's not even more so rumors, but it's kind of confirmed that if you have a Tesla, you can opt in and let your car become a part of the fleet. And imagine if this was like kind of, you're working from home and you're letting the car drive on its own and it kind of pays you. That sounds like a passive income type of thing. But anyway, right now it's to be, I mean, the road right now it's a straight line, but it's straight, and we're going straight and straight. Everything's straight. Nonetheless, it's what I expect from full self-driving. It gets better every time. So I'm just casually driving. So it shows 18 minutes, so 14 miles. I don't know why it's taking this route. Sometimes that's the thing, when you put let's say you're a local and you know exactly where everything is, and you know like a shorter way to get there, and you put your destination or location on the whether it's through maps on Tesla or whether you use Apple Maps or whatever it is, it'll just take you through a designated place, but it sometimes takes longer. This is taking 18 minutes, which, I mean, it's all right. Damn, there's 2 dead deers on the side of the road. But the speed limit right now is 45. We're going 47, which is fine. It's decent. Yeah, there is some light rain. I hope it doesn't rain too much. I don't like heavy rain, but we'll see how it is. Right now, with some very slight rain, there's no issues. Obviously, when there's heavy rain, since self-driving does use the cameras, it disengages. And there are some times when I tried to enter full self-driving during heavy rain, it just wouldn't let me because of the cameras not being visible enough to see its surroundings. But so far, it's doing pretty good. It's looking cloudy, so I'm thinking it's going to rain a little bit more. I hope that's not the case. I hope it's just like some slight rain and moves by. This week has been very gloomy. I had to push like 2 of my videos to like Wednesday or Thursday of this past week because the beginning of the week was just full rain, and I couldn't go out and record. And this one, I didn't want to wait a day longer either. I was like, you know what, let me just go out and record. I'm already going to be outside anyway. I'm going to stop by Target, maybe stop by the Apple store. We'll see. And I want to check out the new Feastables cookies and cream, the Mr. Beast cookies and cream bar. Just because in general I like cookies and cream flavored types of chocolate and snacks. I love cookies and cream ice cream, for example, so I want to see how that does taste. That's one of the reasons why I'm kind of going to Target too, but also to show you guys self-driving and how it works. Now, obviously, this is not like I'm not driving full self-driving, or I don't have this in full self-driving in a big city or anything like that. These are suburbs, so it's so far so good. And it is going to take me on the highway very shortly, but it maintains that distance. What I like is it maintains distance between the vehicle in front of you, and it's a fairly decent distance. And what I remember is when I was learning to drive, you want to make sure, oh, there is, ooh, a Model 3 Performance in black just passed by. But here's the thing, if you want, when you're, well, at least when I was learning to drive, you want to make sure that you have enough space with the vehicle in front of you. Ooh, that was a smooth turn. Look how smooth it turned. I realized no cars from the other side coming and just turned real quick. But you want to make sure that you have enough space so, you know, if anything were to happen, and, you know, I hope nothing, we all drive safe and we never get into accidents. But in a scenario that does, like if someone rear ends you and the car moves forward, you have enough space to at least not hit the car in front of you. Whereas if you're super close, by the time you get rear-ended and your car kind of moves forward and hits the car in front of you, especially if you're really close, just want to maintain that distance. So it's changing lanes to the rightmost lane, which makes sense, because it's going to have to turn into the left inner loop, I guess. No, I want to be an inner loop, but like it has to turn into left. And speed limit is 55. It's going 61. There is some slight rain. I am going to just clear that real quick. I think I'm going a fairly decent speed limit. You know, it's not 55. It's going 5 over. That's perfectly fine. Oh, there's some rain. I can hear the rain. Shows 11 miles, 14 minutes. I'll be there 72%. And also, stay tuned to the channel, because I am going on a road trip, like 2 road trips. Full self-driving may be degraded. Poor weather detected. So there we go. Let's see how well it performs. I hope it performs well. If not, we're going to have to disengage, but I am going to continue and see how well it performs. But I am ready at all times to take over the wheel at any moment. Changing lanes to follow route. Use turn signal. There we go. But stay tuned. I'm going on like 1, 2. I have 3 road trips planned, and one's like a 400-mile. Actually, I don't know how much the second one is. And then the third one is like a 200-mile, 180, 200 miles, something like that. And I also have a couple other videos like camping in your Tesla type of thing I plan on doing. There are some more accessories I am kind of getting for the channel. I am, oh, full self-drive may be degraded. Okay, I've got my eyes on the road, so if anything happens, if it disengages, I will take over. But as of right now, with some light rain, it's going pretty smooth. Here is where I personally think it should slow down, and it's slowing down because it sees the car in front braking. But yes, 42 right here is pretty good. 41, good. It drops a little bit more. This is good because this is actually a tight turn, so you want to slow down a little bit. Full self-driving, and this is the first time I'm actually trying this out in the rain, and it's performing pretty decent. There is some, I'm going to merge into traffic with a bunch of other vehicles, so let's see how well it performs. Oh, it's going to pass this car, good. Okay, lane ends in 800 feet. I think you should probably like merge at some point. Right lane ends, merge. It's not merging. See, it's merged. There we go. Okay, so I mean, it automatically just the lanes merge themselves, but there we go. Road work 1 mile. Good, not too bad. And the rain is kind of picking up, so we'll see how well it performs as we continue to make our way to target. Good, slow down, realize the other car is making an exit. Good. Honestly, if it goes to speed limit 55, I'd be fine, because there's still, especially with like when there's poor weather conditions, like you want to kind of take over the wheel and you're really hesitant. Like right now it's okay, cars are slowing down. Okay, I don't know why this car is not slowing down. Please slow down. See, I would have slowed down, but that's just me. Yeah, I would have slowed down a little bit more. Again, there you go. So it slows down, it gives that left turn signal, and it merges right in. Okay, good. Okay, so now it's slowing down a little too much. But it looks like they did close 1 lane. I think they're just doing some road work. So now it's going slow. Good. Don't pick up too quick. I still think the cameras can see though. It's still visible enough to see. But it's still just some light rain. I feel like I would be more comfortable in the car, you know, putting 100% of whatever into full self-driving if pretty much the vehicles surrounding me were also using the same thing, like full self-driving. Imagine if all the cars were just autonomous, doing its own thing, driving into your destination. I think that would just make it a little bit easier. I don't know, that's just my opinion. Now, obviously this full self-driving is available with other models as well, whether you have the Model Y or the XS. This is available with the older Model 3s. But I really have enjoyed using full self-driving, and I've had it since April of 2024. I've enjoyed using full self-driving on the 2024 Tesla Model 3. I kind of wish the performance was available at the beginning of January. It wasn't, but oh well. You know, I'm still happy with this car. You know, it gets, if I charge it to 100%, it gets like 300, max 340 miles. I usually get like 333 miles. I mean, day to day, locally, it gets me from point A to point B, and I guess that's what I guess that's the best part about it. Charging is easy for me. I have a charging solution at home. I don't need to worry about paying for gas and all that stuff. Insurance is a little bit more expensive, and I do pay for a full self-driving, but it kind of works out for me. Honestly, I'm surprised that it's still performing, especially because it still says poor weather detected. I would have thought that it would disengage at this point, but it didn't. And so far, it has performed well. It wasn't really hesitant on too many things. It merged when it needed to, when there was road work, when the lane ended and all that good stuff. It gave a signal on time. It just zoomed right into the lane, merged into the lane, I mean. And right now it's going just 2 over the speed limit at 57. And I think a little bit ahead, the speed limit's going to go to 65. But honestly, with this, I'm perfectly fine with how it's going. The important thing here is obviously you have to make sure that, since it's using the camera, you can't really fall asleep, or you can't play with your phone or anything like that. Your eyes have to be on the road. That's the most important thing with full self-driving, with the updated version. Before, it was like you have to kind of nag the wheel every so often. This one, you don't need to, but when it notices you're not paying attention to the road, then it kind of says, hey, you gotta make sure you pay attention. Sometimes it'll actually disengage. You don't want to get those warnings. Sometimes those warnings do reset, but in the case it happens, just try to avoid them. So with 5 miles, 7 minutes left so far, I'm very, very happy with how it's driving. Honestly though, I mean, there's so many Teslas driving, not by me, but on the other side of the road. Now, in the past couple years, like, the sales of Teslas, obviously, and the data shows that they sell a lot, especially the Model Ys, but it's specifically in the past, like, 2 years, where I live, like, it just exponentially grew. Now, obviously, most people here that have a Tesla, I don't know anyone who has a Tesla that has to charge a supercharger. For those that have one, they charge it at home, or they charge it at their apartment. Like, they have figured out their charging solution. They don't need to worry about going to a supercharger every so often. And for those who do it, I mean, that's just something you have to kind of think about when you're picking up a car, like your charging solution. If you need to charge a supercharger, then one, you're gonna have to like wait there, or just kind of go outside and charge the car. Two, you're gonna spend some money on it, unless you have like Tesla referrals and you can use that for supercharging. If people use your link, your Tesla referral link, you'll get paid, or you'll get $500 of Tesla credit, and the person using your link will get $1,000 off from their Tesla. And right now, this road, they're kind of changing up the lanes. They're doing some sort of road work, I think, kind of. I have no idea. There are some potholes in this road. I did in one of my last videos, I think it was my just my driving experience. I didn't forget, I ended up looking at the window, and I did get a chip on my windshield, not the window, the windshield. I got chipped, and I took it to, I think I took the safe light they fixed, but I can still see like the dent, not the dent, but like where it chipped from here, and it's kind of getting annoying. So I'm gonna have to take a look at that again. And we're getting much closer. I like how it shows the cones, and it shows the road work on the main infotainment system on the screen right here. So it's very, very useful. And imagine if I had tried doing this with like I think the first Tesla version I got was 12.3. Did I put on the channel? I don't remember. But that was, it was cool, it was great, but it wasn't as smooth as this. Like, it was really hesitant when turning. This one was just super smooth. Right now, it's changing lanes to follow routes. Makes sense. Granted, this was now it's, okay, so it changed lanes while it was like still a straight line. But that's okay. So this is where I got my window chipped, right at like maybe like 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, somewhere around here I got the windshield chipped. You hear a huge like. I even responded to that. I made a comment on the video. Made that right turn real quick. That was very good. This is great. Using full self-driving in the rain. This was not a part of the video, honestly. I'll be completely honest. I wasn't planning on making a video of full self-driving while in the rain, but it just worked out perfectly. So now, I wonder in the future how these vehicles are going to perform when it's even like poorer weather conditions, especially if it's a snowstorm or anything like that, how well it's going to perform. I'm really curious to know. And I want to see, I don't know if it works, but dude, it's green. The car in front of me is not going. I want to see if with this full self-driving, it's going to bring me to Target and park. That's the most important thing. Like, it'll bring you to your destination, just like, that's it. Don't bring me to the front of the store. I need to park my car. But I am actually going to try Smart Summon because it is raining. I don't want to walk in the rain. This is actually a great example of the vehicle using Smart Summon. You have just a lot of groceries or whatever, it's pouring rain. You just don't want to get wet. Maybe you don't have your umbrella, you forgot it, whatever it is. There are so many different scenarios you can use Smart Summon, and I'm going to try it today because it's raining. Sweet. Works out in my favor. Definitely works out in my favor. And usually I go out on the roads to Target. Target's usually my go-to for taking sample photos for my MTG Productions channel when I review like phones and camera footage and all that stuff. That's kind of my go-to, and I don't know, I like going there. I have the same route when I go there. I look at the card section. Ooh, another Tesla Model 3. It's a legacy one. I look at the cards first, then I look at the toys, the Hot Wheels, the Matchbox, and I look at the games, then I go to the grocery section, and just like personal like care, shampoo, whatever it is if I need to. But I just have like this route that I go inside Target, and I like it. Anyway, slowed down, made that right turn. That was very smooth. This is a very smooth turn. I like it. It wasn't too like tight. It wasn't too fast. Okay, I don't know why it's turning in here, because it could have turned into the other. Okay. This guy right here, this lady, could have stopped, but you didn't. Granted, she had the right of way. I don't know why. Okay, I don't know why it took this way, but so be it. Could have just turned right from here. Okay, there's no cars. There we go. Picks up real quick, and it didn't pause, go forward, pause, and go forward again like past iterations. It paused once, it went forward. Here's a stop for pedestrians. It pauses. Now you can go. And it passed this one, doesn't stop for pedestrians too. Granted, there wasn't any, but okay. This is where I get really hesitant when there's actual pedestrians. Okay, so it's pulling me left. There's a car right there. It's turning left. It's a little slow and hesitant. Honestly, I don't even know if I want to try full self-driving here. Auto navigation. So, auto navigation is complete, and looks like I do have to kind of take over and park my vehicle. But wow, there's quite a few people here. And they parked super far. And it's not really raining too much, so I don't know if I'll try full self-driving or the actual Smart Summon. But nonetheless, we are at Target. We are at our destination. There we go. That's it. It was great. Drove in the rain very well. I hope you guys did enjoy. Stay tuned for the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next episode.